Hello, and welcome to Talk Tuesday about business. My name is Nancy Steidel, and I run the firm called The Business Mission. I'm here every Tuesday, 12 noon UK time, where I discuss business tips and advice for those who might be setting out for business or are in business already and need some guidance or help. So I'm here every Tuesday, 12 noon UK time. So today we are going to talk about three topics. How can I prepare to set up a business cost-wise? And how will it affect my business when it comes to taking an investor on board? Okay, so what is it that you need cost-wise to set up business, and how will this affect to get an investor on board? Number two, how to bring your business idea to life. Okay, if you've got a business idea and you want to bring it to life and make it into a business, we're going to talk about that. And when is it the right time to get an investor on board to help scale you a business? Okay, so you might be at a point where you need this investor just to take the business to the next level. And we want to know how and when that is the right level. Okay, so we're heading on to 12 o'clock now. It's Nancy Steidel from The Business Mission. Really delighted to be here with you today. And today's topics, as I discussed, is we're going to talk about when it's a good time to start with an investor, how you turn your business idea into a feasible business. Okay, what are the steps to take there? Great, so it's 12 o'clock. We're going to start with the first one is how can I prepare to set up a business cost-wise, and how will it affect my business when it comes to get an investor on board? Okay, a considerable amount of people really have unrealistic expectations when it comes to the fund of needing to start a business. They often lack the needed startup funds and can't come up with the adequate financing. Furthermore, a considerable amount have virtually no cash or liquid assets and expect either a bank or an investor to provide 100% of the financing. They just say, I've got an idea, I've got no money, I'll just go to a bank or go to an investor. And in most instances, neither a bank nor an investor will provide you with the finance unless you have this investing a significant portion of your own funds or boosts a good credit record, and you have the ways of meaning to pay back the loan or the investment. Okay? Most people wrongly assume a bank or investor will give them 100% financing just based on their very good idea. Yet, if someone has no cash at all, it really reflects poorly on his ability or her ability to manage finances, something an investor or a bank will take into consideration. So please find your funds for your business idea via your own cash savings. Okay, maybe get a part-time job, save some money, or get a credit card, or go to friends, or go to family. Because look, you've got to prove to the bank you are going to pay back this loan. You've got to prove to an investor how this business is going to make money in order to pay back their loan to you or their equity stake into the business. Okay, it's Nancy Steidel. I hope that has summoned up like how you can prepare cost-wise, and it will affect an investor if you've got no money, that you put no money into the business to get it going. Okay, if you've enjoyed this podcast so far, this Facebook, then please share it with other people out there. It's Nancy Steidel from The Business Mission. I'm here every Tuesday, 12 noon UK time at the same time, where I offer business tips and advice, hopefully helping those in business or maybe those who are sitting off. Okay, so on to the next question, which is how do I bring my business idea to life? Right? Remember, there's the business idea and then there's the business. It's two different things. Every business starts with an idea. Whether you have an idea or new product or service, which will revolutionize the industry, your inspiration is the greatest start. But how are you going to bring this idea to life? Okay? Building a successful business takes more than just the great idea and vision. It takes planning, it takes discipline, it takes research, and a lot of money. Okay, there are several steps which I've put together to make sure your idea is solid and also very marketable. Okay, first of all, if you have never set up a business before, or if you have set up a business but it's not running smoothly, you're not sure what you're doing, find a business mentor or business consultant and work with them, ask them for advice. Okay, hire a business mentor and advisor. Consultant is a really important step in an entrepreneur's journey, and it will give, it has a good experience with a mentor, will give you the most honest truth about your concept. Okay, start attending networking events and leverage people in your network to contact with a business consultant or advisor like myself. This is what I do for a living, is I help people start businesses and I help them structure correct. It's a bit like an architect. You decide, I want to build a house. So you would find somebody to help you with the blueprint. Okay. Understand your target audience is my next post. Okay. Understanding your target audience probably is the most challenging step, making an idea into a business, but it's one of the very most important steps. Okay, this process should really begin by asking yourself a couple questions. Okay, who are you targeting with your services and products? The age, the gender, the educational level, where they dine, where they go on holidays. Be specific as much as possible. You'll also need to gather this information. You sort of build and you manifest this audience. That's what I say to my clients, is that you start to create this audience, okay? So make sure that you're really understanding your audience. You could also go out on the street and do polls, okay? Through the course of your research, you'll get more realistic ideas of how much money you also need to set up this business. Even if you manage a way to fund your own startup, the cost of running it and every aspect of the business can go way beyond your initial capital needs for this business, okay? Now that gets me to step 3, which is determine your capital needs and write a business plan. Please write a business. It's so important to have a solid idea of how much money you actually need to start and grow a business, okay? There are many different factors to consider, including maybe your inventory buildup, experimentally marketing budget. If there's COVID hit, how are you going to sail through that? Okay. In addition to knowing how much money you'll need to get the business off the ground, you need to show how you will intend to use it. Okay. And this definitely comes in place by creating a business plan. The more concise and detailed, the better the business plan is and the better the journey will be with you. Okay. So if you have no clue where to start with a business plan, come see me. That is one of my specialties, is business plans. Okay, I can help you definitely work together with you to do a very tight business plan. Okay, so don't waste your time and take those steps in order. Okay, if you have an idea for a business, don't just jump ahead from step 1 to step 5, because you will waste a lot of money and you'll waste a lot of time. Okay. Understand there's steps to starting a business. Like, you need to put structure in place. You need to understand how much everything's going to cost. So work with somebody like myself. I'm a business consultant. I help people set up businesses and I bring mentoring in it. And I will be very honest with you on how to take those steps to get your business off the ground. So I'm happy to have that conversation with you. Okay, it's Nancy Steidel from The Business Mission. It's Talk Tuesday about business. I'm here every Tuesday, 12 noon UK time, and I discuss business tips. You can go to my website, www.thebusinessmission.com, where you'll see more of our services and what we offer. Okay, On to the next question, which is what and when is it the right time to get an investor on board to help you grow your business, okay? Or scale it. No matter what your goal is, always prepare. That's the key to success. So before you seek out funding from an investor, there are some very specific steps you need to take to improve your chances of getting money or investment. Plus, it will very much put you in a better position for that startup success. Remember, number one, always present a business, not an idea. Investors hear ideas all the time on a daily basis, okay? While they sound great, many are not viable. Even a business plan is not enough to attract an investor. You must be with a business with a model that scales, a product or a service that has legs, and even people in place to make it happen, okay? So talent infrastructure. Make sure you do really have the experience in that operation before you seek out investors. Like if you want to set up an ice cream parlor and you've never worked in ice cream, you have no clue, well, that's going to be a warning sign, okay? If you have experience in operations, this will allow you to illustrate how you can handle hurdles and what opportunities you're currently developing, including a pipeline of leads and that additional experience under your belt, okay? That really generates a return for an investor. Number two, you've got to show cash flow. Show there is money available to further the interest of the investor. They want to know that you're not simply seeking cash to keep the doors open, yet the funding is actually going to go to grow the business. Most investors realize that you have to spend money to make money, yet they want to ensure their money is not there for bills, for rent, yet to expand the services and products so they can get a return on their investment. Okay? Another reason to show cash flow is some investors realize you have a great idea, a viable business model, but yet they know you're desperate because the bank account reads empty. This means they could really have you in the corner and they may try to gain greater control as they hold the possibility of money over your head. You don't want to be in that sort of position. So make sure you are not appear as financially panicked, okay? To maximize what little money you have, you may, before you go out funding, employ some really creative strategies to grow the business as much as possible without their financial assistance, okay? Includes maybe finding somebody, giving them an incentive such as an equity stake, okay? Remember, a lot of people really think it is such a prized possession to get some investment from an investor, but you are really going into something where you are, playing a little bit with the devil because you've got to pay this investor back. It's not just free money. Oh, here's some money. He's got to make sure that his money's coming back. So if you're saying to yourself, oh, it's so hard to find an investor, of course, you have to show that your business model makes money so they feel confident that they're going to get their money back, okay? Know what you need and want, okay? Before you go out and ask for this money, are you getting the capital for the resources such as equipment and talent? Or perhaps you need a partner with those resources already and willing to work on based on a revenue sharing, okay? Rather than bringing out an investor for capital. Do you want the investor, which brings the capital, yet also serves as a mentor or connector? How involved do you want this investor in your business? And most likely, they will want to have some matter in it because their money is on the line. So make sure you know what boundaries to set prior to finding investors so you're comfortable with the relationship. And asking these questions and knowing the answers is very important before seeking out investment because it will help align the investor with your needs and raise your chances for success. And do your research. Okay, make sure that you're finding the right investor. Okay, not just any investor. I mean, I have an investment fund with my business, and I get random people who know nothing about me or what we do or what we invest in. And I think, did you do your research? Okay, so attend investor seminars, take the time to study the potential investors, really helps you understand what is involved with raising capital. I know in Dragon's Den, you know, there's these 5 Dragon Den investors and everyone's different. Deborah Meaden is very much eco-friendly and she's in construction. So when somebody comes and maybe they are in construction, they are targeting her. Peter Jones is retail. He's done very successful products like Levy Johnson, I think his name, that the guy who did the barbecue sauce. And so somebody like him is really good. And Tuka Suderman, he's in another range. And, you know, so all these people have different, you know, skills and different, you know, promising roads and connections in the field that you might want. So you really need to research which investor or an investor relationship that you want to work. Okay. Number 5, develop a strategy and vision. Okay. While the other tips have really focused on the now, you must be able to prepare the future potential. Okay. This means a strategy, objectives for the business, what is going to come in the 2nd and 3rd year. Okay. For example, will you continue to grow and expand the business alone? Okay. Are you going to seek out partners for the new products? What is your exit strategy? All these things need to be in your mind already because they are the driving force of how you're going to develop and launch this business. They provide the blueprint of the company with you as the architect and your team and investors as the construction crew and maybe the bank behind the project, okay? No one ever starts a business with no money. So you must find your own money at the beginning to inject in the business, okay? Setting up a business, I always say, is deciding to have a child. To raise a child costs money. Initial layout like diapers, shoes, food, nursery. Try saving this money before the child appears is key and offers more success as good starting structure and foundations for the child coming into the world. Not, you know, there's very little investor who's going to invest in a baby in a womb. And then when the baby comes out, you need to show that this baby can walk. And that's when the investor really has interest. Okay. Thinking this way of setting up a business may help you understand the dynamics of deciding to set up a healthy and profitable business in the long run. Okay. So I hope that's given you some direction with those questions today. And, you know, when's the right time to get an investor on board? So I'm signing off now. Thank you very much for watching this video. And if you have any business questions, please send them to me, info@thebusinessmission.com. I will definitely read them over and try to address them. If you do need any help with a business, maybe you're a startup, maybe you're in the middle of business and it's not working out at the moment, please feel free to drop me a message, info@thebusinessmission.com, or you can visit our website, www.thebusinessmission.com. So I wish you a very productive week ahead, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Talk Tuesday about Business, 12 noon UK time. Have a great week ahead. Bye.